I think this character might die on Christmas. Not my words, the words of
Who?
Strike.
Who's gonna die? We need to know.
Well, if you fucking let me finish, you little prick, I would have let
No,
you
no, I
chosen.
need to know now.
Well, he is saying, I think, potentially Alfie may die. The actor said it himself. It is also shocking, but also sad, which leads me to think someone unexpected will die. Now, there's rumours circulating that, however, that we really should that would really be shocking given our alcohol consumption and the whole section.
Fucking, I'll try that again, mate. Jesus Christ.
What?
That line was a struggle. Try it again.
Don't need to redo the intro.
No, keep going.
Alright, I don't think so. Alfie dying would be a huge shock and would rather be sad given him getting back with Kat. I also think it would potentially link with Tommy, as that storyline is far from over. Weirdly too, mentioning his name could be a sign. Hope this doesn't happen, but it's my personal prediction. Anyone else agree? Feel free to have your own Christmas theories. This is by Striking Line 117. Yeah.
There we are. Yeah, so Alfie dying. We already did a video talking about the theory of Alfie dying. And I think it'd be an interesting one. Because, I mean, first and foremost, he did say it's shocking and sad, but he also said at Christmas Day in the Queen Vic, at Christmas Day in the Queen Vic, about 733 times. So he had his fucking pointers of what bells to hit. And he hit them all. He was ring-dinging that fucking bell like there was no tomorrow. The potential... I do think somebody will die at Christmas. And originally, everybody kind of thought it was Linda because they teased those funeral shots. But also, the funeral shots seem a bit too convenient. It was pretty much this time last year that they released the Keanu funeral pictures, which kind of made pretty much everyone go, okay, Keanu's not dying. We've seen him in future shots, and that obviously was a red herring. Just like how recently they showed a script, or a script was leaked, and once again, a script was leaked, but the details weren't leaked. But somebody knows what's happening at Christmas, but it's not been leaked. It's definitely not been leaked. But they're not going to tell us anything. They're not going to tell us what happened. It feels like another publicity stunt, you know? And Chris Crenshaw both loves to tease things out in the open. In the build-up to Christmas, Keanu Taylor was tweeting, 3 days to go, 2 days to go, 1 day to go. And then suddenly nobody else was doing that. Why was he doing that? Because he dies at Christmas. Chris Crenshaw has a fun approach. He loves to tease little small things that end up building to more. And possibly a good spot. Him mentioning that Nana Moon's last wish was her last dying breath was for him and Kat to be together. And I think it's the perfect time because, I mean, Alfie's not really had a last good couple years on the show, right?
No.
He hasn't. It's been a fucking shit time. Anything beyond 2015, 2016, he can probably just act like it didn't happen. His return in 2018 became the villain. Probably did what he thought was going to be the end of Alfie Moon. Because how do you come back from it? Then they bring him back, and he gets a big storyline, big cancer storyline. But it's after Lola's cancer storyline, so it gets absolutely zero focus whatsoever. So I don't know. It could just be like it could just be vibes. Could be vibes. But I feel like Alfie and Shane Ritchie as a whole, I feel like he's quite content with what he's done on the show. And I think that I think both EastEnders and Shane Ritchie have outgrown Alfie Moon, and I don't really think he needs to be there anymore. Yeah, sure, he's still there, but he doesn't feel like he's there and he's in it and he's ready to fucking go. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the idea that Alfie will die at Christmas. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he dies?
I should turn on my light. Hold on. There you go. Now I look less sick and more sick at the same time. Thank you. Excuse me, Jesus. I think he will. He might die at Christmas. I'm not going to say he will. He might die. Um, but yeah, it feels. How can I describe this in a way that's normal? It's like when you live with a partner for the past 20 years, friends with benefits, and then by the 20th year, it's just like, oh, why are we doing this? It was fun when you stuck the cucumber up my arse, but now it's no longer fun. Please stop it. That's what it feels like. It's just you've outgrown each other. Everything you do now is not fun. But I could be completely wrong and completely bullshit. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's one of those like. I also had another like interesting point, but I immediately forgot it because you started talking. But
What about what do you think about the cucumber up the bum?
I was not. I was just like, how is he doing that as his first point of fucking call? The first thing he says in a video, cucumber up the bum. Oh, yes. And when a character you want to be desperately sad about dying, you reunite him with what's good. Take Lola, for example. Imagine if Lola died and she wasn't with Jay. Fucking, it would still be sad. But, they're trying to say that they're soulmates and they should have always been together and it brought them together. Usually when you want to ramp up the tragedy, you're not going to have Alfie and Linda as a fledgling new couple and suddenly they're plagued by tragedy. You're going to bring Alfie and Kat back together so when he dies, you can then show how sad it is for Kat, show how sad it is for Tommy. And Tommy could even be a big part of this storyline. I mean, first, Alfie's, well, he still has cancer, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not in remission. But also currently got a lot of stress with Tommy. Tommy, could he lash out? Could he hit Alfie? Could one time it goes shockingly too far, And then Kat has a choice. First, she has to mourn her partner, and second, she has to deal with a son who could have killed Alfie. I don't necessarily think it'll go there, but I could see a accidental kind of death in a way. Like that feels like it could be on the cards, but it's just it's an interesting theory. I'll say that because as much as they want us to believe it's Linda, I don't think they'll kill off. You can get away with killing off Alfie much more than you can probably get away with killing off Linda. And I know that may be a fucking bold take because Alfie's highs are higher than Linda's highs. But also, Linda's been a focal point of the show for the last decade. And Alfie's kind of been, in the last decade, has been in and out, not really at his best. Obviously, it would probably be a kind of... It feels like it would be a bad long-term move to kill off Alfie, because you kind of want him and Kat eventually at the end. But also, sometimes in soap, decisions are made and it's just how it is. I don't know. I don't think they will because I don't think they want to risk rocking the boat. But if they do want to kill off someone and you want someone to have genuine impact and be a big character, you probably couldn't go wrong with killing off Martin or Alfie, personally, if you're going to go for a big character dying.
I guess I'll read some of the comments. Because that's why we're here. Yeah, again, this striking line 117 says, I think this character might die on Christmas. I think potentially Alfie may die. The actor himself has said it's shocking, but also sad. It's easy to think someone unexpected will die. Now, there's numerous reports. It's Linda. How would that really be shocking given her alcohol consumption? Alfie and the whole six shenanigans. I don't think so. Alfie dying would be a huge shock and would be rather sad given him getting back with Kat. Also think it could possibly potentially link with Tommy, as that storyline is far from over. Weirdly too, him mentioning his dad could be a sign. I hope this doesn't happen, but it's my personal prediction. Anyone else agree, feel free to have your Christmas theories. I never thought Steve would leave, but I keep having the feeling...
That being Phil, yes.
Steve would leave, but I keep having the feeling that Phil would kill himself on Christmas Day due to loneliness. God, that would be...
That would be one of the most depressing Christmas episodes ever.
And that sets up Ben 183638 to play, played by David Tennant, to come back.
David Tennant, fucking come on. He's
Uh,
got better things to do with his time.
I think a vulnerable story for Phil would be a great extra and very sad. I also thought his extra should be a dementia storyline, well, because it would be devastating. Seeing once half him with a lot of life in him, descend into a shell of who he was, and two would be a good fit and awareness. Seeing Barbara Windsor died of it, yep. Which I make the joke that if she played the dementia character, then God went, well, fuck you, because God is cruel like that. But that's just me, and that's probably been cut out, because that's probably going to be like, don't keep that in. But it's staying in. Honestly, if they kill off Alfie, I think I'll quit watching for a while. They can't make him likeable again, and then take him away from us. Oh, don't. Cat's been through enough. I saw a theory about Phil being found during the 40th month, mirroring the first episode. I saw that too, which I think would be incredibly dark. They can't kill off Phil though. Surely they wouldn't do that again, given they already recreated that scene with Nick's death. Especially for such an iconic character like Phil. That would be a little bit lazy and unoriginal.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't be if Phil dies. Phil is getting the fucking red carpet. Fucking Phil. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they, whenever they decide to kill Phil, they give him like a couple years to die. Like he will get the best possible treatment whatsoever, as he is essentially the soap's most treasured actor and is consistently hit very high highs over the years. So when he dies, it'll be a fucking huge deal.
I think Linda dying will be a much better death. Not because I dislike her at all, because I don't, however. However, working on in the Scopy unit, I have seen the results of hardcore alcohol consumption from all ages, resulting in life-threatening conditions and death. It wouldn't work though, as it would be too sudden. As for memory, as far as I can recall, she has only had one medical scare, so a decline would be much better, so much better. I think it would be a good way to highlight the impacts of drinking, saying that though, when everyone is pissed up at Xmas, maybe not the most ideal situation. Amy Winehouse, is she a character or is she an actual celebrity?
She was a singer who died of drug use and
Amy Winehouse died of alcohol poisoning from binge drinking after a period of absence. She was 5 times over the drink driving limit and she died, so a sudden death can be possible if they really are in that deep. Billy Jackson also died suddenly of alcohol poisoning. I thought it was so important to show people. Billy Jackson, who the fuck is he?
Bianca's brother.
Oh,
he was mentioned recently.
Oh, I thought he was fucking like one of the Jackson 5s. So what the fuck's Billy Jackson from the Jackson 5 doing here? Not the in the show universe Jackson 5. I meant the actual Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Just in case people were confused.
No one was confused, only you.
Yeah, I'll continue on. Don't say that. I've been tearing up at the happy scenes between Calfee. I wouldn't be too bothered if Linda went through. She's been a boring and useless character for the last year. She doesn't have anywhere to go. I'm sure Kelly Bright said earlier this year that she's leaving. If they kill off Alfie, I'm done. Nope. Phil did say to Alfie in the cafe, enjoy it while you can, when he saw Alfie and Cat together. I'm open to the possibility, because either way, I feel like something devastating is on the horizon for Alfie. Whenever they show characters suddenly being too happy, expect drama around the corner. It's a good theory, but in the interview, I think you're referring to Shane, said he didn't read the script, so he could see it all unfold in real time, and he had one line. I don't think that would be the case if he was dying. Yeah, that's true.
We need to leave it with the final comment of the thread.
Where is it? Alfie Moon is deading.
Diding. He is diding. He is diding. Alfie Moon is diding this Christmas. Alfie Moon died. It is.
And Phil Mitchell and Cat Slater be reunited with Tommy Moon and her kids with Freddie Slater.
That's just someone fucking throwing a dart at the wall. Hey.